lonesome. Until I first met you, I was lonesome. And when you came inside, dear, my heart grew light and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I've racked my brain hoping to explain all the things that you did to me. Mere Mr. Shane, please let me explain. Mere Mr. Shane means you're grand. Mere Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land. It means you're the fairest. It means you're the fairest. It means you're the fairest in the land. Shane means you're grand. Mere Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land.
Greetings from the Andrews sisters. I'm Patty.
I'm Maxine.
And I'm Laverne.
Say Bella, Bella, even say wunderbar. Each language only helps me tell you how grand you are. I've tried to explain me is Mr. Shane, so kiss me, kiss me, kiss me. I say that you will understand.
And I am telling you, dude, driver's rash, totally real thing.
No,
Very
I
serious.
completely understand. I completely agree. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our road trip episode of our road trip episode of That 20-Somethings Show. We're on the road here, and we're talking about kids these days.
Because we figured, you know, it's a Tuesday. Why not go on the road?
Why not not going the road, right?
Right.
But yeah, first off, I want to thank Legend of Linz for the raid right off the bat. We didn't even get to say hi yet. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks
Hey, how's it
so
going?
much. Thanks so much for popping by, coming in. We appreciate it so much. I also want to say thanks to XO Girl Wonder for the follow while we were offline, and Solar Blue Seth, I believe. Solar Blue Seth. I like it. But yes, it's a Tesla. We're, fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we knew a guy.
We knew a guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Not gonna drop any names, but I mean, Tesla's in the name, so.
Yeah. Right. But yeah. Anyway. It has plenty of safety features. We don't need seatbelts.
Right. It's got Velcro seating, so our asses are perfectly there.
Yeah.
They're gonna stay put.
We're not going anywhere.
I've been wanting to go to the bathroom for hours. The seat will not let me.
But yeah, thank you so much, Legend of Linz, for the raid. I appreciate it so much. Haley, hello. Y'all gonna game on the center console of the Tesla? Yeah, I'll just no problem. I'll just get on.
We were actually thinking about doing some real life Mario Kart, but nobody wanted to be in it.
Yeah.
They wanted us to pay them, so it was kind of a hassle. We figured maybe next time.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. Pablo, that would be a one-time stream. Yeah, just one. Yeah, no.
Yeah. I got the balloons and everything.
Oh, I'm dying.
Do they still do balloons? Was that dated?
No, they still do balloons.
Okay, good.
I think. I mean, I
haven't
still
played
only
Mario
own the Mario Kart Wii version, so it's like all the way back.
The only versions I've owned were I'm sorry. The only versions that I've actually owned were the Wii version and the Super Nintendo version.
I don't think kids these days would really understand the hype around the Wii.
You don't think so?
No, because like now virtual reality is a huge thing.
Yeah, you're right.
And
I've tried VR a couple times. Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I had so much fun.
It is. It's great. And the Wii was like this huge thing. Whoa, you can point a remote at it? It gets you active while playing video games? It was this huge thing. And, they said the title!
I love how
Roll
you guys get excited with the simplest things. That's why I'm happy we got this show.
Double Dash on the GameCube was the best Mario Kart. Changed my mind. That's what Haley says. Did you ever own a GameCube?
No, I did not.
Neither did I. So I would find it very hard to change your mind because I don't know. I don't have any experience.
I was mainly a board game guy.
Shh. Don't blow it. Don't blow the secret.
It's all right, Matt. You got us. This is disguised as a car, but it's actually a hovercraft.
It is.
Yeah.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Right, and they said we could use it for free just as long as we don't break it, and we're good with spending 2 hours on this test run for them. So
yeah,
it kind of worked out for everyone.
It's nice, and we're sponsored by Hovercraft. Hovercraft is the maker of the hovercraft. I don't know if you knew that. They came up with their name. It was very original. But yeah.
Not so original, pea coats. At first they went with urine coats, but that didn't sell. So they had to rebrand it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. People were not very interested in the urine coats.
I still would have gotten they're classy. What?
No, you're right. But
also, I love how we can look at each other.
Yeah, we're totally just like, hey, Pablo, how you doing? But yeah. Anyway, so one of my best friends growing up owned a GameCube, and I swear we would constantly play DDR. Hey! Hey! That's the one! And it's not even about sex. That's so funny. People were not.
You know, quote number 70 should be, "This could have been a 69 quote, but we blew it."
There you go. But it is about urine, so even better. Gross. But yeah, so my best friend growing up for a while owned a GameCube, and we would play DDR. The Dance Dance Revolution that had the karaoke element.
Ooh, those were fun.
You remember that one?
Yeah.
It was like Dance Dance Revolution mixed with Rock Band. Or Guitar Hero, or whatever one.
You know,
had
all the
singing.
music ones.
All
It
the
was just
music
basically
ones.
all the music ones put
Yeah.
together.
Exactly. They have, but it's the Spy Kids 4, which is garbage. So.
But they'll get a reboot.
They will. They will get a reboot. I saw that I think it was Matt. I think you posted it in my Discord. So I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know about the Spy Kids reboot. I'm kind of excited for it. But yeah, Pablo, why don't you take over for just a minute while I make dumb faces at my computer, because I have to find something. So.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm just gonna make really.
That was the weirdest request.
Dumb faces
but,
for the next few minutes.
But yeah, I mean, we got this idea of going on a road trip for this next episode because we just needed to get out of the house. And to be honest, it felt like the right decision. And it seems like no matter where we're driving, there's always dogs everywhere.
Yeah. They're constantly, hello. Shut up. Just yell it out the window. Anyway, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw a table of them play poker just a couple miles back.
Oh.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I caught it.
I was gonna take a picture, but that wouldn't be responsible. You know, me driving and everything.
Yeah, you driving and all. Speaking of which, eyes on the road.
Look at me. I'm watching.
Yeah, okay, I get it. Just
Hey, don't make me hit you.
Don't make me come over there.
Yeah, you're 1 foot away from me. Don't tempt me.
That's great. That's hilarious. So you remember when I said, "Give me just a second"? Give me one more of this.
I'll give you 8 seconds. How's that?
Okay. Is this secretly a Sonic commercial?
Matt, you should have said spoiler alert.
Definitely.
My voice just cracked so hard.
It did.
I'm sorry.
I heard it.
We've been doing some carpool karaoke for a while. It's okay, Jacob. I'm using my knees.
Oh, thank God. Yeah. Just
You were
be careful.
You were on water. Hey, you were on water duty, and I told you to give me some water. But no, my hands are for the stream service.
It's true. I'm still working. Give me like 3 more seconds. I'm sorry. I'm doing something really fun that you guys won't understand for a minute. But it's,
Oh, so we're dumb.
yeah,
That's what you're saying.
it's fine. It's fine. I just didn't get a chance to do it before the stream. Excuse me. Sorry.
I hope you vampire sneezed. Did you vampire sneeze?
Yeah, I vampire sneezed. Okay.
Good.
You even
Otherwise-
heard the ha ha afterwards. It was a true ha ha ha. Like, anyway.
Better.
Thank you, Pleasantly Purple. I appreciate you. Yeah.
I blessed you.
Thank you. Yeah, just bless. Anyway, but yeah. Oh, it helps to do things. So yeah, so kids these days. Today we're talking about different things that either the upcoming generations will or have missed out on, or stuff that they just won't understand. Just kind of like nostalgic, and then we may just take a moment to complain about the new generations for a while.
Because we were talking about after last stream we were talking about the nostalgia episode we did, but we didn't get to save it, so that was kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
So we figured we'd touch upon it. And plus, there's so much nostalgia you can touch. You can still make several episodes on.
Oh yeah, of course, exactly. I felt like once we did the nostalgia episode, there were other things that we didn't even talk
Oh yeah.
Oh, we should have talked about this. Sure enough, we've got an opportunity now. So. Okay.
We got some from Matt there. Sorry, I gotta keep my eyes on the road. But
No,
Matt.
you're good. Matt, kids these days don't understand the anxiety of only having $7 and only being able to pick one game to rent at Blockbuster. So
that was the real struggle. That was the real struggle.
Yeah, and oh, what is going on? I can't figure out anything. I'm a terrible.
You know what I miss?
What do you miss?
You know, I mean, I'm not a child anymore, so I'm hardly ever exposed to commercials for them. But I miss like those commercials where it was just super smacky, and there was that narrator who was always like, you know, who's supposed to sound like the cool kid in the high school who surfs a lot.
Hey guys.
Hey kids.
Yeah. I know.
Introducing.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Introducing edible slime, because that's all we can do now.
That's so funny, and so true. But yeah, I pretty much miss a lot about old Disney Channel. There's just something.
Okay.
There's just something to be said about old Disney Channel. Like.
I just imagine Statler and Waldorf going, "Yeah, it sucks."
Right? No, but you remember we grew up in the interesting generation. I saw a post the other day.
Interesting is an interesting word.
Yeah, right. But I saw a post the other day that made me laugh. It was like, which Disney...
Did it make you LOL?
It made me LOL. LMFAO.
Whoa, there are kids watching.
Oh, I'm sorry. They better not be watching. Why?
Hey, I'm not in charge of them.
Oh yeah, okay. No.
Kid, go to bed.
I just imagine.
Tell your mom you love her. Go to bed.
Out the windshield.
Just, hey kid.
Hey.
Go to bed.
But.
Oh wait, sorry, the other window.
Yeah, he was out that way.
I thought he was on your side. My bad.
No, it's fine. No, but so anyway, back to the topic at hand. Jeez. Bob,
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dr. Herman.
Anyway, Senator, Mayor, Doctor. Oh God.
Just call me whatever you want.
Okay.
I wear many hats.
No, but so I saw the post, and it was like, which Disney Channel did you grow up with? And it had 3 different, like, distinct Disney Channel logos, and the first comment underneath was, I grew up in the generation where they drew the ears. And I was like, that's so our generation. Like, we grew up where they had to go, nah, 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 nah.
Well, I also, I also had Toon Disney. Do you remember Toon Disney?
Toon Disney? No.
Yeah. What? That was a
No.
thing.
I don't remember it. I didn't watch a lot of cartoons growing up.
Matt, we had
to be
similar
honest.
childhoods from what I gathered. Did you did you have Toon
Matt,
Disney?
we're the same.
I like to think we're similar. You know, race excluded.
Yeah, sure. For sure. Yeah, but Matt, did
Pianist
you
Mike says that's Mr. Dr. Professor Patrick T.
yes. Have you guys ever seen the awkward video clips of when they took out the Mickey Mouse Johnny? Yes. 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 I've seen those videos. And they're absolutely hilarious. My favorite ones are the ones where they draw, like, the line of where the kid is actually, the celebrity child is actually drawing, and it's not the ears at all. Like, it's not even kind of close.
Oh yeah, when they where they follow the actual pattern.
Exactly. I think that one's hilarious. So that one always gets me.
You know, I would love to make my own set of bloopers, like the Disney Channel bloopers. Not even to make like a good final product, but it's just a blooper compilation. You know, and it's just me just drawing something obscene, like a penis or that S everybody drew on their notebooks. More on that later.
Yes.
Or like what if I wrote my name? Is that can I write my name? Or like just playing tic-tac-toe, like, see, that's funny. Or you just playing around with.
Yes.
Finally, it's security just escorting me. Like, all right, I'll leave.
All right, fine. But yeah. I think that was definitely hilarious. But yeah. Anyway, we're still there. Okay, I wanted to make sure. I just did a lot of stream things at multitasking. Matt, your life is a blooper. That's
Amen.
yeah, aren't we all? I can agree with that. I'm gonna pull out of the glove box some road snacks if you don't mind. So,
You had to get the loudest ones.
yeah, sorry.
You knew we were streaming,
Yeah.
and you got the loudest ones.
I just pulled out some road snacks, you know. I also sunk into the chair a little bit there. Oops.
All right, guys, forgive me. I'm gonna pull over for just a second.
What? No. Don't pull over.
What the hell are you thinking?
Pablo, I'm sorry.
We had meetings about this.
No, I'm just hungry, okay? Road
All right,
snack.
did you mute the mic?
I can.
You didn't mute the mic?
No.
Okay, we're having fun. Let's
So,
keep going.
Yeah. And, no double gulp today in the cup holder. I just have this water that doesn't
That's true. We
show
only.
up. That's the worst.
You know, when you said you bought it from a strange, small, smelly old man, I knew you shouldn't have brought it in with you. There's something wrong with that thing.
Well, yeah, perhaps. Yeah.
Perhaps.
You grew up in a time when Disney was just a place to visit on vacation. There is that generation too. The pre-Disney Channel generation.
Oh yeah,
You know,
that's true. I wasn't part
back
of
when
that.
Disney was animation and vacation. I liked it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
But yeah, you know, I think it's interesting. Like, kids these days don't understand. Oh, you know what kids these days really don't understand? I have had multiple conversations with people about this one now. Kids these days don't understand the pure hatred that a ton of people have for the show Caillou.
We'll joke about it all the time, and I mean, I can joke about it all I want, but the thing is, I'm very out of the loop on Caillou. Like, I never watched Caillou.
Yeah, no, neither did I, because my parents hate it. It always comes back to Caillou. Yeah, I forgot you were on.
Or
when
Spy
we were talking
Kids.
about Caillou before. Sorry, Haley. We repeat ourselves multiple times. Well, you're wrong, Matt. No, I'm just kidding. He's not wrong. It's fine. I just had. Hello, Evan. Thanks for coming in. How you doing, man? We're talking about kids these days and things they just don't understand. Of course, you know, that kind of applies to you because you're in the generation below us. So, what don't you understand, Evan? Hate him.
Okay.
Oh,
sure.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's chill. As long as it's not Caillou fan fiction or anything. That's true. Hate us. Oh, it's great. It's true. Uh-oh. What is that, Linz? I have to know. I will save this for later. Is this
What
the
is?
Oh, it's the dubstep remix of Caillou's theme song, which I'm definitely going to listen to after stream. But yeah, I had this conversation with someone who is just a little bit older than me, and it seems like my generation and a little bit older than me, like, our parents hated Caillou, and so we never watched it. Like, that's what it was for me. And for you, I mean, I don't know what it was like growing up in a Mexican household, but I'm sure Caillou wasn't a prominent, character in your
No.
life.
I had Sesame Street. Mexican Sesame Street, that is.
Also, Caillou was bald. I learned this. Fun fact. Caillou was bald not because he was a baby. He was like 4 years old and should have had hair. The problem is, they didn't want to make him look like any one specific kid, because then...
Because poor kid.
Yeah, because then that kid would be like, oh, I'm like Caillou. And they wanted to tailor it to a wide audience. And so they made him bald. So instead of looking like one kid, he looked like no kids that are 4 years old. So they made it.
I don't know, man.
It was a weird choice. It was a strong choice, but it was a weird choice.
Mexican kids go skinhead.
That's weird.
Well, not all of them.
I'm not gonna lie.
Not all of them. I have this fear of going bald, so I never let that happen.
Well, yeah.
Though there was one time, but that was an accident, and I was scarred.
Matt, I know you're watching the road, but Matt asked, "Is there a Mexican Caillou?"
There's a dub. Yeah.
Is there really?
They dub everything.
Yeah. Apparently, they even dub Alba from Jane the Virgin, which I thought was the dumbest thing ever because she
speaks Spanish 90% of the time.
Like,
yeah, no, I thought that was hilarious. I do like that they got Jaime Camil to dub himself.
Of course.
That's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
The narrator, however, sounds younger in Spanish, which is weird. It's weird to me.
That is weird. That is strange. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Is Buzz still Spanish in Toy Story 3?
Buzz was always Spanish.
Ah, yes.
But in Toy Story 3, I think it was more like they made him Spanish, right? Like they made him stereotypically.
Nice
yes.
I love that. That's awesome.
So it still worked. It still worked.
A nice, refreshing sip of water.
Yes.
I hate how kids always seem to have a tablet in their hands, and they will do everything they can to ignore you. That's true. I feel like
technically that was me growing up, because I wasn't a big social person, but
yeah,
I had a Game Boy. So
yeah, right. I mean, here's the thing. When I was growing up, I was probably much more well-read than I am now. I often had a book. I didn't have a lot of video games or anything like that growing up, and I still don't have a ton of video games or anything like that. I just also don't read.
I played my Game Boy in the daytime, and then I had like a little reading light for my book on the drive back.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. That's super cool. And then I had a Game Boy Advance SP for a while. You know, the blue silver one? Yeah, that's the one I had. It was great. Mike says, I saw a theory that Caillou lost his hair from chemo and the show was his life after such.
Does that explain why the dad has so much estrogen? Or
and why the kid is such a spoiled brat and can get away with it? Probably, yeah. That makes sense. I could start, Matt says, I could start my computer games when I was 4. The SP is elite. It is. It was so good. And I definitely ripped someone off by selling it to them for much higher than I ever would have gotten for it. But
look at you, hustling.
Yeah. I'm a hustler. Anyway.
Proud of you.
I did grow up with a DS Lite. Yeah. Okay.
You did?
No.
Oh.
Evan did. I'm sorry. I know you can't read chat. Again.
Yeah, sorry. No, it's all right. The road's clearing up, so I can look down for a little.
Yeah, just at the Tesla's center console. Whoa. No. On the road.
What? Ah.
But now it's
Who
worth
puts a
more
cow in the
than
middle of the road?
That's true. It probably is worth more. But I was going through a phase where I needed to get rid of everything. So.
Yo, do you remember Beanie Babies?
I do remember Beanie Babies. I had a few of them, but I wasn't like an avid collector.
No, I wasn't an avid collector or anything, but I had a few, just like you.
Yeah, I mean, now we've got Pops, and they're not
Yes.
the same.
No.
Pops are more like action figures. Beanie Babies,
Yeah.
they didn't have like a box or anything. They were just Beanie Babies, and you had to take good care of them.
Yeah.
Whereas Pops, you could just leave them in their box, and you don't have to touch them ever.
Collector's items.
Yeah, I know. I've always thought collector's items were weird. I haven't collected a lot of things that I don't use regularly. Like, I collect lapel pins, but I use lapel pins a lot. When I dress up and stuff, I use the ones that I've collected for things.
I collect ties, not because, I wear a lot of ties. It's just my mother always gives me ties.
Somewhere in her head, she thinks I need more.
Somewhere in her head, she thinks I need more ties because, apparently I wear ties every day.
Yeah. My mom is sitting over there messaging your mom like, yeah, Papa Pablo needs a tie this year.
Stop it. It comes in handy when I got it. It comes in handy when I do a sketch for a character, so that at least I've got that.
Right. That's hilarious.
Did I tell you about the time that? No, I think I mentioned it here before, but how there was a brief minute in which I thought my mom was trying to convert me to Judaism.
No, you did not tell me that. That is really funny though.
My first month here, moving back in, my mother runs like this, I want to say like a thrift store kind of thing, and so she gets all these different clothing articles or even like house decor or something or whatever, and she knows that being in shows sometimes how we're always looking for props that we just don't have, and we ask around and and all that stuff. So my mother says, hey, so I know you're always looking for peculiar props or whatever for whatever show you guys are in, and I saw this scroll that I thought was pretty cool, and I was like, a scroll, okay, sure. She like hands this over to me, and it's a Torah. And along with that there's like these flashcards, and I'm pretty sure they're for that you used to study for your mitzvah. At least I think so. I'm not well versed in the Jewish faith. Don't get me wrong on this, but
I don't know Hebrew yet, but
no. But now that I got flashcards,
right, there you go.
But so I said thanks, Mom, because what do you say to that? So thanks, Mom, and I put it on my bookshelf, and I haven't touched it since.
You're well on your way to becoming Jewish.
And when we started decorating for Christmas, I went to the bathroom. I washed my hands, and one of the towels was white. And I went with the theme, so I was drying my hands, and there was this embroidery that said Happy Hanukkah.
She really is trying to turn you Jewish.
And then and I was like, okay, this is weird, but I rationalized it, saying, well, it's my mother. She probably just thought it looked festive and got it, and it was probably on sale, so I don't blame her. And halfway, like out of the bathroom, I stopped and I thought back to the scroll moment, and all of a sudden I was like, did we become Jewish and I missed the memo, or like what's going on?
What's going on? That's actually.
Here my mother is trying to turn me Jewish.
That's actually hilarious.
Bless her heart.
For those of you who have just joined us, hello. This is another episode of That 20-Somethings Show.
On the road.
Today we're talking about kids these days, and we're talking about a little bit of nostalgia things, kids. Hey, thanks so much for the bits, Linz. I appreciate it. That's awesome.
You rock, Linz. Thanks.
40 whole bits. 40 bits. It's great. I don't know. I'm doing a shimmy. Anyway.
Yeah, I saw that.
But yeah, we're talking about kids these days.
Save that for Hamilton karaoke.
A little bit of nostalgia, a little bit of, hey, these kids won't understand this at all, and maybe a little bit of, man, Gen Z sucks.
Oh, I was just gonna say men.
No, yeah, no, just men.
I saw a club just a couple miles back. You want me to turn?
No, but I do have to say that it is time for a little segment that we call On This Day.
Ooh, on this
day in history. Oh, we got tiny all of a sudden for some unknown reason.
That's all right. We always go tiny at some point.
That's okay. We'll try it again. Oops. Hold on. Technical difficulties. We're gonna try this.
All right. Here, I'll prep you.
No, hold on. I got like
I won't move then.
Seven things to do. I wasn't prepared. I don't know what's going on. This will be fine. Okay.
I'm glad I pulled over for this.
On this day in history. On this day in 1948, The United States and Italy sign a pact of friendship, commerce, and navigation.
It was nice doing some business with you.
And that was on this day, folks. That was it.
And I found my quarter.
Oh, nice. Keep your eyes on the road. Keep your eyes on the road.
Damn it! It's 5 pesos. I pulled over. Relax.
Anyway, yeah. So that's on this day in 1948. Thanks for holding through the technical difficulties. I know you like watching me struggle. It's, just a need of yours, isn't it? That's
sorry guys. It's a lot harder to do this thing on the road.
Yeah, it is. It is more difficult for sure.
Also, I don't know why we had to put this whole computer on the dashboard. I only get this much of the window.
I'm sorry. It's just the way it is.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten pulled over.
you should see how we got a stable internet connection for this.
Yeah, it's actually a Google cart, so there's an antenna.
That's exactly how it is.
We did hijack Google, so you guys are gonna learn little by little what we did to get this car.
Is this about to be some embarrassing high school BS? No, never.
No.
On this day in 2011, we had a snow day. That's so nice.
Oh, do you remember those?
No.
You remember snow days?
UD never had them.
No, I know.
Auburn,
That's
really.
That's why I'm reminiscing. Oh wait,
Auburn,
yeah,
Auburn really.
you were
did.
homeschooled.
Yeah, I was homeschooled before that. I never got a snow
Sucker.
day. If there was a snow day, all the more reason to do schoolwork, because there was nothing else I could do.
I like to think just in one way that I can just like screw you over. Somewhere in 7th grade, I'm just like at home during a snow day and going, homeschoolers have it worse right now.
Yeah, right. There is a tree following us. I was trying to get an air freshener.
No, that's actually part of that's part of the antenna. They decorated for Christmas, and
Oh,
that's,
yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how we're getting the internet. That's the thing right there.
yeah. If you guys could see this thing is it's decorated to look like a giant pine. I should keep my eyes on the road.
Yeah, you should, please. Don't
Sorry, is that little
duck.
gap we got? What's a gap we've got?
Turn on the wipers. Clean some of this off. Anyway, but yeah. So okay. Let's,
When we get to the rest stop, we're moving this shit.
But Gen Z on TikTok, love those kiddos. So TikTok is an interesting thing. Let's talk about that for a moment. TikTok has its ups and downs for sure. If it's a Tesla, don't they drive themselves for the most part? That is true. Pablo, you could just put it on, I don't know, auto drive or whatever they call that.
The moment I let technology take over for me, that's
All downhill from there.
It's all downhill from there. I watched the movies. Long as my heart's beating, this baby's still running.
The robots are taking over. Oh, did you hear that Amazon was actually just recently approved for drone deliveries now?
Really?
Yeah, so they can have full drone deliveries. So what I'm saying is now there's skeet shooting with prizes.
You know you're a redneck when.
Yeah. Does this make me one of these damn kids that let technology take over? Yes. Yes, Mike, it does.
No,
I'm sorry.
no, you're good. Technology's good. It's
Yeah.
just I'm scarred from Terminator.
It's just I can't. Skynet is too dangerous. Tesla
Yeah,
is.
I don't fuck
Skynet.
about that shit.
Elon Musk is Skynet. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
But
I'm sure that was his nickname in middle school.
Skynet.
Yeah.
Hey, Skynet. He's
One
like,
day you'll all work for me.
he's 12,
And sure
but he's
enough.
in college. Like.
Oh, dude. So this is straight out of 30 Rock. So at work a couple days ago, we got an Amazon delivery. It was a kid. He was 12. Like, I'm not even making a stereotype. That kid was, he looked biologically 12.
Oh. Oh my.
Yeah, and
That's like.
when we got the delivery and everything, we accepted it like it was nothing. we.
I'm not even gonna question this.
And then he left, and I was just like writing down on like the package numbers we got and everything, and I just told my partner, and they get younger every year.
Oh, kids these days, man, they get younger every year.
Although they're learning responsibility, so that's good.
That is
A little brown kid is doing something good.
Jesus, Pablo.
I can say it.
You can say it. It's fine. You can say it. But yeah, no. I think it's funny that you didn't even question it at all. But
No,
my thought.
I've seen Mexican kids work.
My thought was.
I'm just glad this woman's not in a factory.
That's true. That is true. He's probably the lucky one.
Yeah, he's the Elon Musk of Mexicans.
Yeah. There you go. No, but I thought that what was gonna happen is you were gonna be like, you were gonna accept the package, totally bring it in, start writing stuff down, and then be like, was that
a kid?
12? So that's just the way. Gotta head out. Good night, Linz. Hey, Matt, would you mind if you're still hanging in there, just shouting out Linz? Guys, go follow Linz. She's an awesome streamer. I was watching her stream. Something about cooking. It was cook. I don't know. It was a cooking video game. It was really kind of cool. Clearly, I was watching very intently. No, I was mainly listening to them chatting. But good night,
Linz.
Yes, Overcooked. That's what it's called. Good night, Linz. Thanks so much for hanging out with us for a while. And yes, it is truly amazing chaos. It was fun to watch. And so yeah, definitely drop her a follow if you guys haven't already. She's pretty awesome, and she's been very supportive over here as well. But have a good one, Linz. Thanks so much for coming in, and thanks for the raid, if you were still there. I want to see what quote Matt just added. It's, I've seen Mexican kids work. I'm just glad this time it's not in a factory. Oh, great. I'm going to have to specify that you're the one that said that. Otherwise, we're canceled. I'm gonna have to go in and
So it's less racist?
Yeah, it's less racist if you say it.
If someday I become, big and famous, I'm pretty sure a lot of these quotes are going to resurface.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And keep me from hosting the Oscars.
Yeah, no big deal. We're canceled. I want to know if that works. I think you have to put a space. I could be incorrect, but I think you have to put a space, Matt.
What is?
Between quote and the number. I think he has to put a space. Yeah, that would be the one. So great. Speaking of Mexicans, did you see what quote just popped up?
That's a lot of ocho. Mucho ocho to be exact.
Mucho ocho to be exact. Oh boy. Anyway. Yeah. What were we talking about before Linz had to leave? Oh, I was going to talk about TikTok for a minute.
Okay.
Because TikTok is a weird sensation. Like, TikTok is definitely not Vine, even though it's kind of compared to Vine a lot. People who are like, I don't like TikTok as much as Vine, which I get because it's completely different.
I haven't downloaded TikTok because I know myself and I'm gonna get addicted and it's gonna take over a lot of my time.
To be honest,
I'm doing it for me.
I haven't downloaded TikTok either. Excuse me. I haven't downloaded. It's the Road Snacks. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
dude, you wanna open up a window?
Sorry.
Don't blow it my way.
No, but no. I haven't downloaded TikTok either, but I have seen a lot of TikToks on my friend's Snapchat stories. And
Oh yeah, no, I think they're great.
yeah, they're pretty decent. And TikTok algorithms, that's a word, are so good. Whereas
Did you
I
know
feel
that
like I only
algorithms-
watched compilations of Vines? Yeah, that's true. That's definitely
That is a rhythm created by Al Gore.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
the Al Gore rhythm. Didn't
See,
he
you
invent-
learned something today,
Didn't
kids.
he invent global warming or something?
No, he discovered it.
Ah, yes. That's so stupid. Why?
You put a flag on it and everything.
That's like the Benjamin Franklin. Didn't he invent electricity? No,
he discovered it.
Accidentally? Or,
How else do you discover things?
I just happened upon electricity one day. But yeah, no, that's fantastic. That's great. But yeah, I think TikTok has its ups and downs. I definitely think that some things are really cringy, like even
What is it? What?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, like even in the now, things are cringy, and
Dude, cringe is always present.
Yeah.
That's always gonna be a thing.
yeah, that's true. And I definitely think that it. Well, so I don't know if any of you know Emily Bear. This show is cringy. Get out of here, Matt. It's true. It is though.
Emily Bear.
Yeah. Do you know Emily Bear? Pablo, we went to school with Benji Bear, her older brother. I don't know if you remember Benji.
I seem to have forgotten a lot of high school.
That's totally fine. I don't know when he really surfaced in the theater department, but he started taking like pictures for us at one point. Anyway, yeah, Matt, you know Benji.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, right? Okay, so we're kind of on the same page anyway. That's Benji Bear. And his younger sister, Emily, is and has always been a prodigy piano player. She was on Ellen DeGeneres at 4 years old or something, playing.
What?
Yeah, playing piano like crazy, like super talented, right? And I follow her on Instagram and everything, and she has been doing. And there's this show out now called Bridgerton. Bridgerton.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
Neither have I. It's sitting on my watch list now.
Yeah, it's one of those that I'm like I'm probably not gonna be as into this as everybody else is. But
I like period pieces.
wait, pianist Mike, you know? Oh no, you don't. It's fine. She's an Emily. That's not even close to Mike. But yeah, she's Prodigy M, so it's fine. Not even close. But yeah. Anyway, so she watched Bridgerton. I think it's Bridgerton. I hope that's what it is, and I'm not mispronouncing that drastically. But anyway,
You know, if that dog in the trunk is not gonna shut up,
we're gonna have to pull this car over and whack it. I'm kidding.
strap in, folks.
Yikes. No, but anyway, so Emily Bear watched Bridgerton and like worked with this other musician that she knows on just creating a song, just randomly, a crazy little song, with a little bit of the plot of Bridgerton, and was like, if Bridgerton were a musical, and posted it on TikTok, and it blew up. And now, because it blew up, she's writing a full Bridgerton musical.
Isn't there like a Ratatouille musical going
Yeah,
on?
oh yeah,
now?
that happened on TikTok too. That was a huge thing. Yeah.
So what exactly was it? Like, how did they do that?
I
'Cause
don't know.
all
I
here
still
is that-
don't have TikTok. I have no idea. But I heard that a bunch of different people would just like, I think it was probably the equivalent of like hashtagging.
Oh, okay.
Like hashtag Ratatouille musical or something. And then it would literally just be them writing music for if Ratatouille were a musical. And from what I heard, it was amazing. Yeah, they would write songs, they would do choreography, like everything. It was crazy. And from what I heard, it was genuinely really good. Obviously, there were those one-off things that were like, that wasn't as great, but some people did just amazing things. Then people organized to do a virtual musical via Zoom. That's awesome.
I like that.
Has that like already happened? Is that done, or is that like a scheduled event that is soon to be?
Yeah. How many nights are they open?
Yeah, because if that's still going on, they made it a fundraiser. No way! Shut
What?
up.
That's great.
Oh, the virtual thing was bad, Matt. That's too bad. They apparently they made it a fundraiser for theater folks during the pandemic, and got a lot of stars like Adam Lambert and Wayne Brady. The virtual thing was pretty bad. I think they raised over $1 million though, which is nice for theater folks during the pandemic. Yeah, know,
Isn't Broadway opening back up?
I heard
I've been hearing rumblings about
like
it.
March or April maybe.
Yeah.
So I mean that's coming up. We're getting close. I have a theater degree, and for a virtual musical, it was a solid 7.5 out of 10. Well, I mean, it was
okay.
also all like fan written from what I've heard, and like they're not professionals, and so you know, that's kind of
Yeah.
awesome.
So given the circumstances, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I would have been like, even if it's like a solid 4, I would have been like, hey, this is an impressive thing that this community came together and did this. So TikTok, the jury's still out. We've got some bad victims.
Like I said, that's in everything.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, I think TikTok definitely has potential if I don't know. I think some of it is just rough. If people would focus on creating like interesting content, like the Ratatouille musical, then I think it would be great. I think one of the problems with TikTok is like with Vine, it was all original content. With TikTok, if one person does something funny, then 50,000 other people lip sync it. And I'm like, you're not funny. The first person was. TikTok bought all of Trump's rally tickets to make him look dumb. Oh my god.
That's funny.
So great.
Wasn't he trying to ban TikTok?
Yeah, he was.
That went full circle. That's great.
Yeah, and TikTok banned him. That's funny. That's the other thing that kids these days don't understand is literally living in a world without social media.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when we were growing up, before we were 10, there was no such thing as social media, and now 10-year-olds have social media.
Yo, can I? Do you remember MySpace?
Yeah, I do. I never had a MySpace, but I did I did want to get one for a while, and then Facebook became a thing, and I hopped on that train real hard.
Yeah, I had it briefly, and then like the fucked up thing was they made you rank your friends.
Oh yeah,
your
100%,
top 10.
Yeah, top 10. Duke it out. Who's your best friend? And then after that, like after the best friend, because
if you were dating someone, you were like, I had to put them at number 1. Otherwise,
yeah, there will be hell to pay. My AIM profile was pretty great, not gonna lie. At least MySpace taught folks HTML to make their profiles cool. That is true. At least there was an educational value to MySpace.
Yeah.
Thank
you, Tom.
I keep seeing all of these posts that are like, you know, when Facebook sells all of your private information, and it's like, it's the MySpace guy, and he's like, hey, I'm still cool. And I'm like, like that's awesome. So I'm thinking about getting a MySpace now, to be honest.
Yeah.
Tom is the creator of MySpace.
I think that's what his name was, wasn't it?
Sure. If not Tom, then you've been wrong a couple of times. But that's fine.
A couple. Who did I rank?
No, but yeah, I think it's funny that you had to rank your top 10 friends because like everybody has their best friend. It is Tom. That's
Thanks.
good, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it. But everybody like has their best friend. But then when you get to like 5, how do you rate like 5, 6, and 7? Like, oh, I like this friend a little better. For why? What reason? Like
No, that's what. No, that was genius. 8? It was genius. Like they made you think, like, what do I like and don't like about this person?
Really leaned into the judging.
They made you really put your life into perspective.
Gotta love that. Gotta absolutely love it. That's hilarious though. It is really quite funny.
I remember when Facebook was mostly Farmville and quizzes.
How has this person wronged me in the past? I remember when Facebook. Do you guys remember when Facebook started every status with your name is, and then so like I have a bunch of weird like memories where it's just like filling in
the second half of the sentence.
I am, you know. where it's like feeling good today, and it's like, cool. You really thought that was important? No, great.
I wanted to
job.
check in.
Cool. Who has the
Who
cutest?
has the cutest booty?
That's true. That's what we're ranking
Well,
people on.
Oh, I was gonna say like, not us. You know, we're Velcro to the car.
That is
we're
true.
pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
pancaked out
flat
at
right
this
now.
point,
Yeah.
It's pretty rough, to be honest.
Once we find a rest stop, I find my pocket knife, so I'm pretty sure we can cut out of the
Yeah.
the Velcro.
Yeah. That'll be nice. That'll be
Yeah.
excellent. It's good because I'm gonna have to like take a potty break in a little bit here. So
Yeah.
just next rest stop you come across. If that's fine.
My God, I have to take a massive dump right now.
No, but seriously, I know it's like 20 miles in between rest stops, but the next one you find, could you please have a look?
Yes.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So anyway, while we're waiting on that rest stop, what else, guys? Drop things that kids these days just wouldn't get, or they can't experience.
I'd say paper routes, but I never did that.
But I never did that.
But I don't want to be a hypocrite.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's definitely a different world we live in, for sure.
Do I look like a pharmaceutical rep? I just realized
A
that.
little bit. You look a little Gus-like right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I have an uncle who's a pharmaceutical rep, and I just realized because I saw my reflection in the mirror. By the way, I was like, I look like my uncle.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Wait, in the rear view mirror or in the side mirror? Where
No,
did you see?
the rear view mirror.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
It's facing me because that's what really matters. Unless I shouldn't, I'm very here. It's gonna.
Aw, Mike, you just broke my heart. It's so true. So Pleasantly Purple says
Ooh.
dialing a phone, which is more accurate than anything else. I think I've dialed a phone.
Did you ever get to do the rotary ones? I
Yeah.
found those cool.
Yeah, in
I love
theater.
those.
I really made a
I have-
meal out of it too.
Hey, I had a grandmother.
All right. So actually, I owned. It wasn't a rotary phone, but it was like a landline. I had a landline in my room for a little while. I think I used it twice. I think it was there because I wanted to have a phone in my room. I think that was purely the point.
See, okay,
Because I wanted to be like an 80s rom-com.
Okay.
To be honest.
What are you wearing?
Get at. I said rom-com.
Oh, nothing. I'm wearing this nice dress, but nobody to go out with.
Aw. Is it pink? I was referencing Pretty in Pink.
Then you put the phone down, look out the window.
Ah!
No, but one thing I've noticed with just with most of my friendships that I have now is they don't like talking on the phone. It gives them like they're I don't know, just gives them like anxiety or whatever. But which bums me out. I like talking on the phone because when it comes to texting, there's so sure I can be more elaborate and use more colorful words or whatever on text, but it's not the same. You don't get context. You don't get tone. I need the audio.
Oh yeah, 100%. I completely agree with you. I definitely enjoy audio. I remember like talking to people on the phone a ton. Now I just don't do it. I've dialed my cell phone like 3 times in the past few years. That wasn't like speed dial, obviously. Like actually dialing a number that I did not previously have. Like obviously
that's
I call my mom.
people. Yeah, kids these days do think of that as a superpower when somebody can just memorize more than one telephone number.
Yeah, that's
true. The crazy thing. When you really come to think about it, that's what we used to do.
Yeah.
We used to have to memorize all these telephone numbers, or at least write them down. But still, you do it so much, eventually it just gets implanted in your brain.
Yeah, absolutely.
On your mind grapes. I've been watching 30 Rock.
Your mind grapes, precisely. So I do want to mention. Mike said the excitement of going to Toys R Us.
Oh, dude, yes.
Kids these days will never understand it because Toys R Us is gone, and I'm so heartbroken.
That breaks
about
my
it.
heart, dude.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, did we just stop needing toys? Like, Toys R Us
Last
was
I
the
checked,
hub.
Last I checked, we still had kids in town.
Yeah,
So it's
well, actually, so to be honest, there is a dip right now in like people who want families and like are actively having children. Of course, the pandemic might have fixed all that.
yeah, the Mexicans keep pumping them out. So
Yeah, yeah.
we never slow down on our end.
Exactly. You'll never have the feeling of slamming the phone receiver down to hang up on someone. There was a comedian once who went landline, and it was the best joke ever because of
who
that
was
reason.
that? I remember that.
I can't remember. It wasn't.
Well, that's gonna bug me.
It wasn't John Mulaney. Was it? I can't remember.
Yeah, that's gonna bother me.
Yeah, me too. If anybody can figure that out, let me know. If anybody knows who I'm talking about. He was like, talk, landline. And I thought.
Or at least with cell phones, you remember the flip ones? You can like aggressively
slam
close it.
Yeah, yep.
Like, what do you do with a smartphone, dude?
Yeah.
Just click press the off button.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's that.
Can you imagine like somebody who's just so used to a landline, they slam their smartphone?
Ah! Oh no, what have I done? Oh,
I wanna see.
There's a rest stop coming up.
All right. So I was saying I want to see. I'm gonna make a movie in which a person from the '90s gets transported, kind of like a Back to the Future kind of thing, just gets transported to today, and they do that thing like they break the cell phone in a conversation. So I would only make that movie solely to do that joke. Like everything else can just go to shit. I just want to make that joke.
Of course. And it very well might have been Trevor Noah. Thank you.
Oh, I like Trevor Noah.
I do like Trevor Noah. But guys, we have made it to our rest stop real quick. We're gonna take a quick bathroom break. So for just a brief moment, just hang in there and enjoy the sounds of the country. We will be right back after this. snacks. More road snacks.
What? These seatbelts never work.
I know.
Oh, got it. Got it.
Hold on. No, mine didn't work at all because I pulled it.
I just grip onto something.
It's fine. It's fine. I grabbed these. They're a little past the expiration date, but they seem fine. So.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get anything, but they had banana chips, and I mean, it was still open, but there was still half of it inside.
Yeah.
So, with
The
it.
guy in there was pretty nice.
Oh yeah, I think his name was Cletus.
Yeah, Cletus.
Cletus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of chilly.
Yeah. Did you notice there was no AC?
Really?
No AC, and yet it was chilly.
That's right.
Yeah,
And
which
it's
is weird. You know the funny thing? Did you notice Cletus was surprised to see us? Like, I don't think he gets many customers.
yeah, he must not. It's kind of crazy, but yeah.
And I hope he finds love.
Yeah,
I hope he
does.
finds love, dude. He's hairless, greasy, but every pot has a lid.
Yeah, it's true. Very true. Anyway, guys, welcome back. Thanks so much for hanging out with us here at That 20-Something Show Road Trip Edition. We're talking about kids these days. The things they don't understand and the things they wish they could.
Dude, I feel like I should be doing a commercial for this. Just...
Yeah. Are those your driving glasses? Come on, Joe. Is that... Oh, I'm crying over here.
I'm gonna do this for about 2 minutes. This is just for me. This is just for me.
I love it. I'm here for it. I'm totally here for it. You keep going. Yeah. Speaking of which, the sunglass holder right up here can
Yes.
also be used perfectly for a taco. I just wanted to let you know. Not that I know from experience.
Did you eat my taco? I had that thing there for a reason. You know what? Lucky you, Cletus gave me a burrito on the house.
I'm so glad.
He said his mother makes them. She puts a little bit of her in every taco, and I thought that was just delightful. That's how folksy is that?
It's very folksy. Country folk. Gotta love them. Anyway.
Someone's got to.
Someone's got to. But hi guys, how y'all doing? We are back, and we're here for more kids these days, I suppose. We talked a lot about what kids won't experience, but not so much what they do have that's different. Like they're lucky to have. Like for me, one of the things that's super lucky is now, of course, it changed for me growing up, but like for the very beginning of my schooling, I didn't have like Google or anything like that. I looked stuff up in encyclopedias.
Yeah.
And so, stuff like that, kids are super lucky to have the technology that they have these days.
Dude, I've realized that I spent more time in the library during my childhood than I do now.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, I lived at the library. The public library growing up. Oh, my goodness. It was the best. Honestly, actually, I played computer games at the library. That's very nostalgic for me.
I just like the setting. Dude, I'm so basic. I just like the whole setting of me reading a book by the fireplace.
Oh, yeah. No, totally. It just makes sense.
You know what I found weird? Because I've seen more than one library do this, but don't you hate it when there's a piano in the library?
Yeah, it's dumb. Okay? If you have a piano, it's meant to be played. You can't have a display piano. That's not a real thing.
It's like putting a pie in front of a fat kid and say you can't eat that.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry.
No, but that's true.
I got real hurt there. I came from a place of hurt.
Wow. Yes, exactly, Mike. They do that. And so, like, I've seen this at multiple places, not just the library. I've seen it at a library. I have seen it at, in a church building or something, and it's just sitting out in the lobby, and it says, "Please do not touch." And it's like, well, then what the heck is it for?
Put it in a museum if you don't want me to touch it.
Right? Exactly. Like, why is this piece of wood that is literally meant to be played so special to you that nobody can play it? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Unless it's Mozart's last piano, I'm touching it.
Yep.
Even then, I'm still gonna touch it.
Yeah.
It's Mozart's piano.
Yeah. I want to, I want to feel that. That'd be awesome. There's the power within. I don't know, something like that. But
It's a haunted piano, and the ghost of Mozart comes out only when you're playing it.
Right. Oh, that'd be really cool. What a great
Idea for
story.
screenplay.
Yeah, write that down. Somebody write it down.
Oh, here, take the wheel.
Oh, I grabbed it from the wrong side. Damn curses. But yeah. I
Write
think
that
the
down.
steering wheel's a little low for me. It's weird.
Well, that's because you're sitting all the way back.
Okay, so I gotta hunch up like an old lady.
Yeah.
Okay, this is great. You're right, Pablo. This is so much better. Here, just,
Yeah, but now
just
now
take
we're
it-
at the same eye level.
Just take
then.
it
Like,
back.
Fine, Jesus.
Anyway. I just like leaning back. I feel like
Yeah,
this is a
no, I noticed
vacation.
that.
It's lean back time.
Yeah, but when I look at you, I had to turn all the way back to see you.
You don't have to. You could.
I make eye contact.
I know. But anyway, so kids these days, they have the internet. It's great. It's a great thing.
Oh yeah, I use it, a good chunk of the time.
Yeah, along with the internet, they also have games to occupy them on road trips.
Yeah.
Which we literally, so my family had travel editions of board games.
Yeah.
Do you remember travel editions of board games? They don't make them anymore. It's not a real
I had.
because they all have apps. You
Right.
can get Scrabble or Words with Friends. You can get Words with Friends as a board game, which is the dumbest thing ever. It's just Scrabble. Sorry. Continue.
I had a Connect 4. There was a Clue game, but not like the traditional Clue. It was just a different type of Clue game that you took with you. Oh my God, what else did we have? It was Sorry. There was like a magnetic Sorry edition.
Yep. I had Travel.
Oh, and Mad Libs. I'm so sorry.
Oh, of
Mad
course,
Libs.
Mad Libs. Yeah, Mad Libs. Mad Libs were the best. Do
Dude,
they
we
still
could do a
make
whole-
Mad Libs?
I do. But that's just a normal conversation.
No. Does Mad Libs as a company still exist?
I like to think so. I think I still see some in bookstores.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yes, the alphabet game on signs as you drive past, the license plate game. All
Crow
of these
taught me
things.
that one.
Oh, the license plate game?
Yeah, we were on the road to Nebraska for the convention, and
Oh.
he taught me that game.
That's crazy. That's funny. I love that game. It's super fun.
My sister and I used to do like the punch buggy kind of thing, but it was only if we saw plates from a different state.
Oh. Different than the one you're in, or different than
Yeah,
the one you're from?
Different than the one we're in.
Oh, okay.
Especially like on our cross country road trips, we we got to count out the state that we were currently in, which was the fun part.
Yeah. The license plate game is super fun because you start making a list of all of the ones that you've seen.
Then we got really bruised.
Yeah, that's true. That too. I think I had a stroke.
That as well. That too.
Sure. Yeah, that.
Too.
Sure. But you start making a list of them. I remember. I think I remember this. It feels like a memory that I had. I could be wrong though. But I feel
It might be mine.
it could be a memory I had. It could be yours. Who knows? But I feel like there was this one cross-country road trip that I was on where I saw a Hawaii license plate and I thought it was the best thing ever because you never see that. Like,
You're like, Hawaii. How did you get there?
yeah, you're like, ooh, Hawaii. Hawaii?
Okay, this is gonna be super stupid, and I'm gonna embrace it. But, a lot of people give the Cat in the Hat movie a lot of shit, and I get why.
Yeah.
But I still enjoyed it because it's Mike Myers. But one of my favorite jokes in there was they're driving down the wrong way, and there's this giant truck that's about to hit them, and then you just in the middle of everybody screaming, you see the license plate, and then the cat says, "Hey, Rhode Island license plate. You never see those."
It's true. don't. Statistically speaking, there's less of them.
No, but I love that joke so much.
It is great. It's hilarious. Yeah, it's pretty fun. But the license plate game was great. But travel board games I had Travel Sequence, and I had. Do you remember Sequence?
I remember the box.
Cool. It's card tic-tac-toe. You had to get or like 5 in a row instead of 3. But just that.
Okay.
And then I had Travel Boggle as well.
Ooh, I like Boggle.
Boggle's a good game. It's a lot of fun. And then I forget what else. I had another couple of travel things. I think at one point I had like Travel Chess and Checkers or something.
I remember our good friend Nick Cordnier and I had joint custody over a travel game.
What was it? Travel Mad Gab or something weird?
It was Would You Rather. It was a Would You Rather card game.
That's right. Yeah.
And
Andre 3000.
yeah, we okay, the story, it's so stupid, but I still want to share it. It was us three. We were at Barnes & Noble. I forgot why. Oh no, we were just at the mall and we stopped at Barnes & Noble. And we were looking for some games to play. And between Nick and I, we had enough to buy the card game for Would You Rather. So we got joint custody over it, named him Andre 3000, and we legit kept track of our custody days.
Who has custody now? Because it's gotta be like
Nick.
full custody.
Nick has it. Yeah, Nick has Andre 3000 right now.
Gotcha.
We figured it's better school district. It's better for the kid.
Yeah, that's true. It makes sense. I get it. Matt, you had Travel Scrabble. That seems like a difficult game to be travel because of the reliance on putting words on a board.
I'm sure it was magnetic. A lot of travel stuff
Had
is
to
magnetic.
be, or something like slots that you could put the letters in or something.
Yeah. Dude, do you remember Etch-a-Sketches?
Yes, I loved Etch-a-Sketches.
I love those things.
Okay. I have to imagine there wasn't a travel mousetrap. Oh my god, that'd be so great though. Could you imagine?
Dad, don't stop hitting that potholes.
Aw, mousetrap.
You set the trap every single time.
They clipped in the board. Oh, they clipped in the board. Yeah. That's awesome. But yeah, travel mousetrap would be hilarious. Every single time I think about the game Mousetrap, I played it a little bit as a kid, but
Travel Jenga.
Travel Jenga. Oh, that's a great idea. Except in Illinois.
Yeah.
Oh no. I lost. You haven't even started. I know. But every single time I think about Mousetrap, I think about VeggieTales.
Look, there's a hospital 3 miles down. Do you want me to stop?
No, I'm good. I just I think I'm allergic to something.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. They're banana chips.
Yeah, I'm allergic to bananas. You got me. No, but every time I think of Mousetrap, I think of VeggieTales, and that
The Toy Who Saved Christmas?
The Toy Who Saved Christmas episode where Bob is just like, Mousetrap. I wanted to play Mousetrap. You roll your dice, you move your mice, nobody gets hurt. It's like my favorite line.
I love that.
I love it so much. No one
You know,
ever
that is
played
usually-
Mousetrap. Yeah, that's true. I never learned how to play Mousetrap
Never.
until
Ever.
straight up until Family Game Night 3 came out on the Wii and there was Mousetrap, and I actually learned how to play the game. I was just into the contraption. It was super fun. But yeah.
I remember getting this. It was like a Clue and Risk hybrid Game Boy game.
Oh.
It was
Yeah. Did I have
not like
that?
hybrid, not a hybrid,
think
but like
I had that.
a 2-pack. Yeah.
I had that. I'm pretty sure I had that for sure. Family Game Night 3 stream next week. I wish I could. I don't have a capture card for the Wii. Otherwise, I would totally stream that and Super Mario Galaxy. I would love to do that. but I don't have a capture card, and they're kind of expensive, and I don't have a ton of money. So, it's a rough situation right now. But soon, as soon as I get one, then I will definitely do that. But yeah, I'd love to. It'd be super fun. You good over there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Cletus gave me a Swedish fish.
Oh, okay. As long as you don't have too hard of a time with it.
I always do.
I always
A Lamborghini of the gummies.
Thanks. I'll definitely get one now. Thanks so much, Matt, for the 5 bits. I appreciate it. But yeah. What was I talking about right before that?
You had the game.
Mousetrap. No, that wasn't it. I had something on my mind for after that.
Was it Georgia?
Are we almost in Georgia?
We passed Georgia.
Oh my god. We've been driving for a long time.
Yeah, Cletus gave us this Georgia postcard. Oh. We passed Georgia.
Okay. Matt, thanks so much for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Have a great night. And
Good night, Matt.
Yeah, enjoy your sleep, and hopefully I'll see you stream soon. If you're still there, when do you stream next? Do you know? Do you have something planned? Because I'd love to join you. And by join you, I mean watch. But yeah. I was gonna say something. Oh, Sunshine tomorrow. That'll be awesome. I'll definitely check it out, man. I'll be there for it. But have a good night, Matt. I was just gonna say board games are really less common right now, which is kind of crazy. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, Matt. I got you. I'll be there. But yeah, board games are super uncommon, and I think that's interesting. A lot of it is on like mobile and stuff like that.
Yeah, like the Jackbox series.
Yeah.
That's a lot of board games.
Yeah, party games are all online now, which is very interesting, and through the smartphone technology and stuff like that. It's kind of crazy to think about, but I still love board games. Board games are like my favorite thing ever.
I mean, we used to have game nights every Friday, like even at school. That's what I miss. Like I miss hanging out with people.
Me too. Well, the pandemic has something to do with why I'm not doing game nights right now. Like if I could do game nights right now, I 100% would. It would be a ton of fun. I'm thinking about trying to get some people together on Discord or something and stream D&D.
Ooh.
That'd be kind
Okay.
of fun.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's gonna work, but I'm crossing the fingers. Yeah, I miss game nights there too. It was just super fun. But yeah, it's just a weird time where we can't do any of that kind of stuff. Online D&D is totally possible. I like using D&D Beyond. Yes, I use D&D Beyond even for the non-virtual ones because D&D Beyond is such a great resource. Not that I'm sponsored by D&D Beyond, although I should be. Hey, D&D Beyond.
Dude, I just realized at the rest stop we definitely could have let the dog go.
Crap. Well, it's too late now.
I know. There's another one in an hour.
Yeah, I don't want to stop now, so we'll just leave him back there. Shut up! But anyway.
We haven't gotten canceled yet.
Yeah, right. It's fine. But
PETA's gonna be riding our asses.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, we were thinking about doing a little thing. If you're here for it, if you're okay with it, crossing fingers you are, we're going to have a little friendly competition.
Oh.
Pablo and I are going to rapid fire, so just accidentally pop the trunk right before you hit a popple. Ooh, rough.
No, that's what she said.
Get out of here. But Pablo and I are going to have a little bit of a friendly competition here. We are going to... Get out of here, Mike. You're so funny. All of your puns. Rough. That's what he said. He said rough. He said like a dog.
God, even hearing it a second time is great.
I hate this So, like I was saying, we're going to have a little friendly competition. We're going to do rapid fire kids these days. And I want you guys to vote to see who's best. I don't know how to set up a poll, so we'll just go by the amount of names in chat wins, because I'm a tragedy when it comes to pro streamer. So, with that in mind, Pablo, are you ready to do kids these days?
Yes, I'm ready.
Alrighty. Here we go.
You go first.
Okay.
Are we doing like 1, 1, 1, 1?
Yeah.
Because I think that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Yeah, for sure. Kids these days will never understand dropping a cell phone and the battery falling out.
All right. All right. Kids these days will never understand analog clocks.
True. Kids these days will never understand watching the credits before a movie.
Oh, kids these days will never understand calling to order food.
All you gotta do is DoorDash now.
No, I know.
Kids these days will never understand be kind, rewind.
Dude, they made that into a movie. That was a good one.
Did they really? That's so funny.
I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah.
Kids these days will never understand planning their day around their favorite show's time slot.
Oh yeah. And speaking of, kids these days will never understand the radio request a song hour.
Kids these days will never understand TV guides.
True. On demand. Kids these days will never understand having an argument without Google. How?
Okay.
I can't prove you wrong.
Kids these days will never understand memorizing phone numbers. We've talked about
Yes, we have. We did, yeah. Kids these days will never understand a disc that is floppy.
I know what that is. It's that icon.
Yeah. Oh, it's the same icon. That's so funny.
Kids these days will never understand having a Walkman.
Kids these days will never understand walking straight up to the airplane. Just no need for security.
No bullshit.
Yeah,
No.
just walking right up to the terminal. No worries. Where you could walk them all the way. You have to wait for your relative now. Like it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, kids these days will never understand playing Snake on their Nokia phone. That's the only Snake I'd be willing to play with.
True. Kids these days will never understand the AOL dial-up sound.
That lulls me to sleep now. Kids these days will never understand sharing one landline with the whole household, which we talked about.
Yeah, true. Kids these days will never understand MapQuest printed directions.
I feel like that was a dig, but okay. Kids these days will never understand recording a movie or show before DVR.
True. And here's the thing, if you couldn't rely on MapQuest, maybe you hit some construction, kids these days will never understand asking someone for directions. Going into a town you don't know and asking
Now I feel like that's a
directions.
dig. I'm sorry. I thought I knew the road. All right, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Lightning round.
Okay.
Okay. Kids these days will never understand going to Blockbuster for a movie.
Kids these days will never understand burning a CD.
Kids these days will never understand slide or overhead projectors.
Kids these days will never understand the legend that was Steve Irwin.
Kids these days will never understand flipping through the yellow pages.
Kids these days will never understand how bad we wanted moon shoes.
Kids these days will never understand pods.
Kids these days will never understand crank windows.
Kids these days will never understand Fox Kids.
Kids these days will never understand learning cursive.
Ooh. Kids these days will never understand getting your film developed.
Ooh. Kids these days will never understand the importance of carrying your Game Boy everywhere.
Amen. Kids these days will never understand how much the Goosebumps TV series slapped.
Oh, true. Kids these days will never understand pressing a button 3 and sometimes 4 times to get the right letter.
Kids these days will never understand Altoid Tangerine Sours.
Oh! Kids these days will never understand the struggle of fitting a CD player into your coat pocket.
Kids these days will never understand the masterful complexity that was the Big Comfy Couch with its lively and colorful setting and fun array of characters who deal with equally fun problems and learning worthwhile life lessons, all including puppets, clowns in non-scary contexts, and relaxing yoga segments on clock hats. Mats.
Okay.
I really like the Big Comfy Couch.
So there you have it, folks. Kids these days will never understand all of those things.
I like that. Completely improvised.
Yeah, completely improvised. It was great. Right off
How
the
do we
cuff,
do it?
guys. I don't know. What about... Oh! Kids these days will never understand the paperclip.
Oh my god.
Microsoft Word. Oh my god, that's so great. And PixArt. I don't remember PixArt, but maybe that's because I'm dumb. I don't know. Who won?
So long ago.
Who won? Who's next? No? Okay. I've been watching too much of that lately, apparently.
What was in those snacks?
Scooby snacks.
I'm starting to think that powdered non-dairy creamer was not creamer.
That was a computer game they had in public schools. Oh. I'm hurt.
Shots fired.
I was homeschooled.
I'm going to hell. I'm sorry.
So yeah, who won? Who had the best kids these days? I gotta know.
Probably the dog.
Shots fired. Probably the dog. The dog who was barking the whole time. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah.
The dogs in the back going, pups these days don't get it.
And were there any kids these days that we missed?
Oh, there were so many.
I mean, of course. Like, we've already got the paperclip tie, of course. I don't know.
I'll take it.
Big Comfy Couch had it for me, so I was like, all you. But sometimes I legitimately think I can reach over and, like, high-five you or something. Sure.
Oh, wait. There we go.
Okay, it's close enough. But yeah, are there any? Matt knows what's up. Aww.
Aw.
If only he had
Yeah.
been here for that.
He knows.
He knows.
He knows what's up.
He knows what's up. That's absolutely true. But yeah, were there any other ones that you guys can think of that we missed other than the clip and the paperclip Clippy, which was his name, and I believe his name was Clippy, if I remember correctly.
How did it come up with that?
I wonder. It's so original. That's true. That's
I do have the Matt vote.
that is true. Yes. But yeah. Anything other than Clippy and PixArt that we missed that you guys can think of that we haven't talked about yet? Because I mean, we had a fairly extensive list of things from our childhood. Steve Irwin really got. I'm not gonna lie.
I know, dude. I miss him.
The
To
legend.
Steve.
To Steve. To the groove. To the bride.
And we all say, crikey.
Crikey. Slide out keyboards on cell phones. So my first cell phone, flip phone, fantastic. You know,
Ooh,
the
yes.
Version Mobile flip phone. And then my second phone was I believe it was a Samsung, that was the orange, with the slide out keyboard.
Yeah.
Like, people know what I'm talking about without me
I-
saying the name. 'cause
My
they
second
know.
one was, no, my third one was a Samsung. It was the white and blue one.
Did you ever have a BlackBerry? I feel like I missed
No.
the BlackBerry whole
I wanted one. But I never got one.
Yeah. I didn't necessarily want one in particular. In
I
fact,
thought it was cool.
I liked the slide-out phone better than the BlackBerry because the BlackBerry
Oh,
was
yeah.
really small comparatively speaking.
I was happy with my with my current choice.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you remember, like, I remember having a phone and an iPod.
Yeah, oh yeah. I had a phone and an iPod. I had a phone and I had an iPod. Side note, do you guys remember the Juke phone?
The
Oh,
Juke
that
phone?
sounds so familiar, but I'm not
Oh, I might
sure
need a
exactly
refresher
what
on
that
that.
is, Mike. Sorry, I choked a little bit on my water. Yeah, I had back when the Nano was the Nano instead of the Shuffle, which it is now, which is dumb. I had the iPod Nano, which was actually bigger than the Shuffle, which is, not really smart of them to name it that way. Anyway, but I had an iPod Nano. Yeah, exactly. The Shuffle had no screen. But I had a Nano that was blue. It was that, like, cobalt blue. Cobalt?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Royal blue. It was the bright royal blue. It was the tall, narrow one that you had to flip 180. Oh! Yeah, so I had a friend that had that phone. But I never had that phone. I always thought it looked kind of weird. But that was just...
I once dated someone whose phone was, her phone was like a switchblade. You know, there was a thin phone and you just...
Yeah, I
So
think that's what he's talking about.
That's what it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's what he's talking about. What about those little keychain song players that only had one song on each?
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Yes.
Throwback.
Unlocked a few memories.
Yeah, what? That's crazy. That's funny. Yeah, I upgraded from... I didn't have anything before I had the Nano other than CD players, and like I had my dad's Walkman for a little bit, which was great. Played cassette tapes.
Ooh, I had a few of those.
Yeah, so when I was really young, and the reason I'm a theater person probably, my parents bought me when I was, and like my earliest memory of this was when I was 2 years old. So that's like how young I was when I had this. They bought me a Play School cassette recorder and player. You know the one that I'm talking about? The one that had a microphone built into it? Yeah. I
love that thing.
I was a radio DJ professionally by the age of 4. Like, it was fantastic. It was great. I loved it so much.
Those things were great.
I wish I could find some of those old tapes because they're hilarious. Like, they're just...
I want to get one and just walk around and just like speak into them, pretend like it's a like treat it like I'm doing like Billy on the street, but it's an obvious toy. Yeah. Like,
yeah, the one on Toy Story.
Name 5 people, go.
Name 5 people, go.
That's not a person, wrong.
No, have you seen Seth Meyers do that? Seth Meyers just did that recently, which is hilarious.
I think
because
that's great.
Seth Meyers was like,
I think I saw him do it. Yeah, I think I saw him do it.
Yeah, because so the news on that, for those of you who hadn't heard, is before Trump left office, he commissioned, or whatever you do when you're the president.
What didn't he do?
A garden in front of Mount Rushmore, with a bunch of statues of notable American figures, and the list was random. Like,
yeah, it was like Marilyn Monroe and
yeah, Marilyn Monroe and like I can't even remember. I think
it was
Oprah
weirdly
was on
eclectic,
the list.
but
Yeah, it was a collection. It was probably very diverse. Like, it was a very diverse list. It was a collection of men and women. It was a collection of people who had
like
already
American
died.
treasures.
Yeah, it was. But it was also, which is weird, it was a collection of people who had already died and current celebrities. Like, Oprah was on the list. Like, Oprah is not dead.
Oprah is on every list, no matter what.
True. Okay. Fine. Whatever. But yeah, like it had a ton of different people on it, and he was like, Seth Meyers was like, it sounded like somebody just walked up to Trump. Hey, how you doing, Peacharoo? welcome.
First of all, that name is adorable.
Yeah,
Welcome.
Of course it is. Welcome to the chat. We're talking about kids these days. Actually, right now I'm discussing a news story that Trump commissioned a garden in front of Mount Rushmore, and it had a bunch of random people in it. And Seth Meyers did this bit where it was like
Phil from accounting.
yeah, where it was like Bill on the street. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Bill on the street.
Billy on the street.
Billy on the street. That's right. Billy on the street walked up to President Trump and was like, "Name 5 people." And sure enough, that's what the list looks like. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Anyway, we're talking about kids these days. We're talking about things we miss from childhood, things we had as a kid that don't exist anymore.
This is a sadistic thing, but I remember growing up, especially with Mexican kids, and I did spend a year in Mexico. So a cruel thing. Yes. They took me back for a year. They gave it a trial run and said, nah, take him back. But it was this thing where like they would pinch you, like, or, you know, like your arm or whatever they'll pinch you and say, you know, like 5 cigarette brands, go. And you had to say them. You had to say them in order for them to let you go.
I can only name 2. I was just
yeah, no, it's
3. I got a third one. I literally can't name more than 3. That's terrible. Why would they do that to you?
Kids those days.
Yeah, right. And Chewy Delights don't count, the bubblegum cigarettes.
I'd count them, but they're assholes.
They're like, that's not real. That's kid stuff.
Well, excuse me, Rockefeller.
No, but yeah. So, Peacharoo, if you're hanging out with us, is there anything from your childhood that isn't around anymore that you feel very nostalgic about that you want to share with all of us? If not, it's totally okay. You can just be shy and sit there and do nothing. But we would love for you to chat with us.
So the ball is on your court.
Yeah, it's in your court, and until you respond, we'll just keep talking. It'll be fine. But yeah, how did we get on that whole thing? Oh, the Play School. So the Play School microphone tape recorder. I had one of those for a long time, and I would sit in the basement on my Hot Wheels town carpet.
Yeah,
the one that everyone had.
Every kid was required to have at least one.
At least one, and yeah, so I sat on that carpet and I would just record radio shows all the time. Like I was a professional DJ. I don't know how I ended up doing that or why, but that was like
why not?
That was a fixation.
You're given a recording device and a microphone. Of course you're gonna do some radio stuff.
Right, and this was like. Because I didn't really grow up in the 90s per se, you know.
I never grew up. Period.
That's true. No, I was 4. Wait, frick, I'm slow at typing. Can I snap it to you? No, put it in chat. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
You got all the time in the world.
Yeah, you got,
relax.
Yeah, all the time in the world. But yeah, I just want everybody else to see it too. So just take your time, and we're just gonna continue talking. It's fine. Cut in whenever with whatever.
I was gonna say we haven't talked about Spy Kids in this show, but we did.
We did briefly, yeah, for sure. But what was I saying? Oh, I just had this weird fixation. So, like I was saying, I didn't really grow up in the 90s. I was 4 when the 90s ended.
Right.
And so, for me, it's kind of weird thinking back on it, but I had this idea that as a really young child that I would be great at creating mixtapes.
Oh, dude, I love doing that.
Like and
yeah.
So like and the way I would do it in between was like a radio DJ, and I was like next up on and I
that's awesome.
I think I even made.
We would have been friends back then.
Yeah, we totally would have, right? And
Oh yeah, we could have done that. I don't know, that toddler show or something.
That toddler show. I love it. That early 2000s show. That.
Was it I was gonna say that preteen show.
That preteen show. That yeah. Anyway, we definitely would have been friends. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Would have been fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of funny because thinking back on it, like in high school, when I joined speech team, I'm sorry, Mr. Crow, James L.
For context.
For context, our theater teacher in high school, and primary stage director and all of that kind of stuff. Hey, you're a speech team kid too? Wait, if you don't mind me asking, and if you don't mind putting it out on the internet, what state? Because they were all different.
Yeah.
But I'm an Illinois speech team kid for sure. And yeah, there we go.
Hey!
Henry, we know. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Yeah. So.
She was in the good one.
Yeah, the good one. Absolutely. Wait a minute.
What school?
Yeah, wait a minute. Oh, so you were our rivals. You very well. I probably know you. Haley, I might actually know you, which is weird.
I may have hit you with a crowbar.
Yeah, that's kind of
no
funny.
hard feelings.
That's kind of funny because we did compete against some Chicago schools. Yeah, we probably competed against each other. If I mention the name Jeffrey Manis, does that have anything? Does that?
Yeah, we're trying to pinpoint you on the map.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure stuff out, but. Oh my God! We know each other. That's crazy. I'm freaking
That's
out
great.
right now. That's awesome. That's so cool, Haley.
We need to have you on the show.
Yeah,
we need to have you on the show.
Like we need to actually talk sometime. Actually, speaking of which, I don't know if you have Discord, but definitely hop in my Discord and we'll chat sometime about speech team and stuff because that's super cool. But yeah, so when Mr. Crow told me to join speech team, I was like, cool, that'll be fun. I'm gonna read Petru's comment here. We played a game on the bus where someone would shout, and if you were in the aisle, a laser would shoot you, and you'd just jump in and out of the aisle.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
Now I wish I'd have done that back then.
I was homeschooled until high school. Well, until like late middle school and then high school. So that's super funny that I just posted the Discord and then Discord naturally pops up. So I never really got those kind of bus experiences when I was young. That's an awesome memory. Bus games. I never played any bus games. Oh, you know what? That's not true. Because I was part of a... Pew! Yeah, exactly. I was part of a professional choir from the time I was 8 years old until I was 18.
I was gonna say, like, you had to have had some bus experience.
Yep, and we toured around the Midwest. But a majority of our bus games, because we were a professional choir and our director was very strict. And so...
What was it? Find the harmony?
So, no, most of our bus games were like, let's see who can be the quietest the longest. And, and stuff, stuff like that. But then we would always do on the bus, we would have cards. Obviously, we would play card games like all the time. Like Skip-Bo was a thing for a while that we would play. And then we would do clapping games. Like there's this one clapping game called Apples that I would play all the time. And so, yeah, I learned Girl Scout games on the bus. That's what I did. I'm sure it's not
You were
just
playing
Girl
games.
Scout. But then also we would have, so this was kind of a shame thing, but it was hilarious. Whenever Mao, I think I'm familiar with Mao, but I'm not quite familiar, so you might have to explain it. But we would do this thing where, because again we were touring, and so literally like we would be from one one city to the next, to the next, to the next, and we would stay in hotels or we would stay at host families and all of this kind of stuff. And the chaperones would go by and go through and check each of the rooms to make sure we hadn't left any stuff there, because we're all children, you know.
Yeah.
A majority of us are young, and so I'm not gonna hate it. Go ahead, explain, do it. But so sometimes we would leave stuff, and whoever left anything, they would have to come up to the front of the bus, and these were coach buses, so they had like a microphone for like tour guides and stuff like that. And so they would, the person would have to come up to the front of the bus and sing a song to get whatever it was back, and they would have to sing like a non-choir song to get it back, and they had to do it solo and a cappella, like just right on the spot in front of everybody.
That's cool.
And it was hilarious because then you've got all of these guys that are like, it was an all men's choir, or an all boys choir, I should say, from 8 to 18. And so you've got these, 8 to 12-year-olds that lose stuff in the hotel, and they look up to all of these 18-year-olds, and all of the 18-year-olds are sitting there watching them do their solo and like cheering them on at the end of it. So it was kind of shame because they left something behind, and so they have to sing a song, and everybody went, ooh, and it was the funniest thing ever. But at the same rate, it was still a super cool experience. Sorry, I went on a nostalgia trip there.
Not really part of my childhood, but it's part of like this new generation's childhood. But I was working at
Shut up, Peacharoo. I'm sorry. Coming back from Illinois Theater Fest, we did a riff-off in the bus. Like a Pitch Perfect style riff-off.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
I'd be down for that.
I love that so much. That's awesome. I would be no good at that, because there's so many things that would run through my mind. Like, I would not be able to, like...
Oh, yeah, no, I would suck, but I'd still want to do it.
Yeah, I'd still love to be a part of it. I bet it was. I bet it was amazing. That's awesome. That's super cool. I'm glad you shared that with us. That's hilarious. Oh. What were you saying, Pablo? Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, no. It was kind of related to your thing, but
yeah.
At that camp, if a kid got mail, for them to retrieve it, they'd have to sing a song in front of everyone.
There you go.
At lunch. So the cool thing was that, I mean, all these kids were friends, so that went well, and they started mailing each other things, so to make another person sing during lunch.
That's great.
Eventually, a few kids started mailing me things because,
Of course.
they're kids.
Yeah. And you were like, the police coming soon.
Straight out of Compton.
But anyway.
My little buttercup.
That's great. I was just thinking of all of them. I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Oh my God, the Richard
version?
Cheese.
Yeah.
Dude, Richard Cheese. I haven't heard him in like such a long time.
Oh, so what's the song that he did? I can't even remember. But I was on, speaking of things like this, I'm going to talk about Nick Black for a moment. And if you haven't followed Nick Black on Twitch, please do. He's a fantastic songwriter, singer-songwriter.
Beautiful soprano.
Musician. Yeah, beautiful soprano. I'm just kidding. Actually, no, he is like a pretty decent, that falsetto though. But
That man is.
anyway, he's based out of Memphis, and he writes songs on stream, and he takes suggestions from chat. So I've had the experience of writing music with him, and it's been super fun. So if you haven't followed Nick Black Music on Twitch, definitely do that. Pretty awesome. I'll see if I can do that.
He has some good content.
But it doesn't look like I can. Maybe I can. But yeah. Anyway, he did a song in the style of Richard Cheese the other day that was absolutely
Really?
hilarious.
That's
Yeah,
great.
it was. Hey-o! I did it.
Damn it. We passed the rest stop, and that dog is still.
Yeah, I know. It's rough.
I'm gonna have to pop the trunk. You know what? I'll do it. You were right, Mike. You were right.
Yeah, you were right. UD Wi-Fi be like brr, 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 brr. I feel that. How do you think
That
I'm
tin can Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm streaming this on UD Wi-Fi right now, so I feel you. But I'm hoping that I'm not dropping too many frames or anything. But it seems to be going pretty smoothly, so that's always nice.
We missed the entire midsection.
Yeah, you know, it's gone.
It's fine. It's fine.
But yeah, what? We were talking about stuff. I can't even read that out loud. You just made me exhale.
It's a silent message.
Very hard. That's great. That's fantastic. But yeah, so you were talking about how the riff-off was between one side of the bus or the other. That's hilarious to me. I love that idea. But yeah, it's great.
Free lunch kids versus the rich kids.
Yikes. The kids in the front, the nerds versus the cool kids. Kids in the front versus kids in the back.
Now, who let the dogs out?
Yeah, what is up?
I don't know.
They're chasing the car.
Apparently.
Down the highway. Believe it or not. Oh yeah, Peacharoo, I don't know if you knew this, but this is our road trip episode.
Yes.
So yeah, this is not a usual thing. We're not usually chilling in the car like this, but it's okay because we brought our road snacks and we're having a good time. Yeah. It's a good life.
I know.
But yeah, I want to thank you guys for joining us. Our lighting sound dude was Judge. Oh, that's nice. You know, bipartisan. Yes, exactly. That's that. Mike, you and your puns. That was fantastic. The road trip episode where the scenery doesn't move, but they're on a roll.
Actually, it's a screen we put on the windows, you know, for UV
just so
protection.
You guys and so you guys don't get car sickness. You know?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Because that would just be terrible. But yeah. Where?
Yeah, we were thinking of you guys.
Wow.
What?
Oh, nothing. An emote just flew by on the screen, I think. It's very, very late, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, it distracted me. I'm completely and entirely... Are you watching the road?
I am,
Okay.
which is why I was wondering what you were...
Okay, just making sure. But anyway, yeah.
Why, am I not looking at the road? Am I not looking at the road, Jacob? Huh?
Ah! No, you're fine. Anyway, so yeah, guys, before we actually wrap this stream up, and before we get to our destination, is there anything that you guys want to add? We'd love to hear your thoughts. We'd love to hear any kids these days things that you would like to share with us. Also, if you're new to the stream, I know Peacharoo, you haven't been here a ton. I know you followed way back in the day. Peacharoo is sad, by the way.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Sav, I miss you.
Yeah.
Sending all my love.
What is the final destination? I guess you'll find out on the next episode of That 20-Something Show. I'm just kidding.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And we're done. No, I'm just kidding. If you guys have anything you want to talk about before we do reach our final destination, feel free to drop it in chat. And
I do wish this truck with the logs would just move. Sorry, go ahead.
My heart
Self-referential.
sank. Yeah, that was nice. Clever. Almost a recall, but not quite.
Yes.
Peacharoo says hi, Pablo.
Aw, thanks, Sav.
But anyway, yeah. Also, if you haven't yet, let me see if I can. Yeah, right. If you haven't yet, feel free to follow us at all of these places. We post all of our old episodes on YouTube. We also keep up to date on all of our recent streams and stuff like that. You can find out all of the information for them on our Facebook page at That 20-Something Show, or just by clicking on the link. And then, of course, I'm trying to get the community on Discord started. We've got a ton of different things, everything from serious, hey, you want to suggest a topic for our episodes, we'd love to hear it, all the way to just memes that we find funny. Obviously, there's a channel for our love of Spy Kids, and music updates and all kinds of crazy stuff. So feel free to follow us over there as well. And you know, we just love to hear from you. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, we'd love for you to comment and subscribe and everything. We'd absolutely love to get your input. So definitely say hi to us because we love chatting with you. But with that, I think if there are no other burning questions or things that you guys,
I do want to show off. We got a new logo.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Please do. You gonna put it up behind you?
Oh, actually no. I didn't think I had it with me. But
It's fine.
well, we were talking about our social media stuff.
Yes.
I was just, it makes me feel happy because I mean it makes it feel very official.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
are finally official. So we do have a new logo up. If you hadn't noticed on Twitch, we have that logo up, and then we also have the logo up on YouTube and up on our Facebook page. I'm about to get it up on Discord. I just haven't done it before the stream, but that's fine. And then also, something that I do want to mention is I'm glad you like it, but something I do want to mention about that new logo is we're going to be doing this interesting thing that probably nobody will buy into, but that's fine. I just want it out there. We are coming out with merch. By next episode, we will have merch out on Twitch with our faces. So we're going to have a couple different logos up. It's going to be pretty awesome. So we hope you guys enjoy at least looking at that. It's going to be super
Lunch
cool.
boxes, here we go.
Yeah, lunch boxes. We're coming for you. Skippets were a thing. Do you remember Skippets?
Aren't those things you had like on your ankle? It was a ball that was attached.
Oh
you just had to.
My God!
Yes. Am I getting that right? Is that
if
is
that's
that it?
what it is? I know exactly what you're talking about, and that's hilarious. Thanks for bringing that up. Because that's like a whole part of.
I ate shit a number of times because of that thing, but it was fun.
Yeah, you know, how many times did it hit your ankles? Hell ye. But yeah, definitely. That's great. That's fantastic. Skippets. Does anybody play hopscotch anymore?
Oh, dude, hopscotch.
Hopscotch and like jump rope and all of the, you know, what,
Like double dutch.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff. Craziness. But
Dodgeball, dude. I missed. We got to do it at UD. That was fun.
I
We got to do
I
dodgeball.
don't miss dodgeball. I don't. It's nostalgic, but I don't miss it. And besides, dodgeball
The
now
sound
is
of
not the
a
same.
ball bouncing.
Yeah, dodgeball now is not the same because they're the small foam balls, whereas before they
Oh
were
yeah.
red rubber balls. You know, the ones that actually.
Snowflakes.
Or, yeah, Foursquare was definitely a thing. Yeah,
Foursquare.
volleyball in gym was awesome, man. But yeah. Anyway, kickball for sure. Of course.
That was fun. Yes,
Kickball
I
in
liked
gym.
kickball.
My 8th grade gym class was awesome. I never really had to take gym after that. It was all dance.
Yeah, I think the last time I had a gym class was in middle school.
I had a gym class for like, it wasn't even a full year of gym.
That sounded like the
It was
Cell
one-
Block Tango.
Yeah. I
I had a gym class.
Stupid. I had a gym class in high school, but it was only for one semester. It was dumb. Anyway, that's how I feel about it.
I want somebody to just like remix that whole clip to do just I had a gym class.
Mike, don't break my heart. I hope that'll be next fall. I hope next fall they won't have to be in school without a face mask. Or in public, in general.
I don't know. I feel like face
masks
masks are gonna be here for a while.
No! Don't say
I
it.
don't want it. I don't want it to be. I'm just saying. That stupid truck's still not moving.
But guys, with that, we are going to wrap it up for the evening. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know they've sort of brought them back, but light up shoes. No, that's true. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I want it.
You guys, you're right. light up.
Dude,
shoes
I could
were
be
the
50
best.
and still be wearing light up shoes if I had the choice.
Guys, oh my goodness, we just got raided. Hey
What?
guys, okay, so we gotta talk for a little while longer. We were just,
Yeah, I know. Welcome to our road
Yeah,
trip. This is
welcome.
our road trip episode.
Yeah, this is our road trip episode. For those of you who haven't been here, it is hello. It is that 20-something show. We are a podcast, and we talk about a bunch of random things. Hello, fellow car streamers.
We're honored that you
I
you
gotta
clumped us
know.
up.
I gotta know. Do you also stream in the car? Because that's a thing that I have to know right now. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Today were you streaming in a shopping center? That's what it looks like to me. That's awesome.
I think we may have misled them, but that's great.
That's actually fantastic. That's hilarious. He drives backwards at the same time. Oh my goodness.
I love that.
That's super funny. Yeah. We're just on a road trip episode of that 20-something show.
We needed to get out of the house.
Yeah, we needed to get out of the house. It was about time. Usually we just talk about any random topic. Today we have been talking about kids these days and the things that they just won't understand.
It's mostly nostalgia.
Yeah, we're talking about nostalgic things like, Toys R Us. And yeah, we don't wear our seatbelts because...
No, we explained this earlier. This is we're testing this new car. Instead of seatbelts, it's Velcro seats.
Yeah, we have Velcro
So we're
seats.
really secure. We're really there.
I'm glad that you wear your seatbelt though. That is,
Yeah, it's
safety
always
first.
good to be safe.
Safety first for sure. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. I just dropped you a follow, man. And guys,
Yeah, I'm about to do the same.
I need to.
But I'm driving. I'm driving.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
sorry.
driving. Pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks so much for the.
I'll
follow.
park and then.
Yeah. I am not a good multitasker, but definitely go follow. I'm sorry. So is it FobTac, or is there a different way of saying this? I think it's FobTac. But thank you so much.
It's
for the raid.
Photag. The B is silent.
The B is silent. Yes. Yes. Quite. But guys, since you all have just joined us, feel free to drop in chat. Yeah, stuff like when FobTac is it. Okay, excellent. Or however you would like to say it. Okay. FobTac works for me. And
I like PopTac.
Yeah, and definitely feel free to drop in chat stuff that reminds you of when I was your age. Stuff that you find very nostalgic and that you don't think kids would really understand anymore. Like we were talking about something as simple as dropping your cell phone and the battery popping out, because that never happens anymore. Smartphones are too smart for that, apparently.
Memorizing phone numbers.
Yeah, memorizing phone numbers, rotary phones, all kinds of craziness with phones. But yeah, all kinds of stuff. It was a blast. So, like the good kids bops. Oh my goodness, kids bops back when they were real. I get nostalgic for wacky packs, even though they're still making new ones. Do you know what wacky packs are?
Wacky
Pablo?
packs.
That sounds.
That rings a
super
bell. What is that?
familiar, But I don't know what that is.
Wacky packs.
Please inform me. Stretch Armstrongs? Oh
Stretch
my God!
Armstrongs.
Yes. Do they still do book fairs like the Scholastic Book Fair?
Tech decks.
Oh man. Wow, we're just coming up with all sorts of things. They're
Unlocking so many memories.
Yeah, they're trading cards that spoof brands and companies. The wacky packs.
Oh, you
are
know
trading
what?
cards.
Yes, I remember those.
That's awesome. I never had them. I don't remember them, but that's awesome. That sounds super cool. Yeah, I never used to be a big card collector or anything like that, so I never really got into any of those.
I got Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
That's about as far as I got.
I never even got into the Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh. I got into Magic the Gathering like really late. I got into it like when I was 17 or 18. So yes, ordering from Scholastic Flyers. Like
That was my shopping spree of the year.
Seriously, that was like Christmas. It was great.
Yes.
And I would always, I was talking about, I liked to read a lot when I was a kid, but I would always, without a doubt, go back to that back page where they had the toys and the the weird stuff. I remember I got from Scholastic, I got a light switch with a remote that you could like turn off the light with a infrared remote.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah.
And then I got a laser, like a laser tripwire thing. To set up that set off an alarm if somebody like.
I had one of those.
Yeah, like I had a bunch of weird stuff.
No, actually, I got that one from Box Tops or like the cereal thing you had to do.
Yeah.
For Scholastic fair, I remember I got a detective kit.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the one with the fingerprint stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Me too. Yep. I love those things, man. They were super cool. I also got like a huge, like I was really into spy stuff, and so I got like a decoder kind of pack that had like a decoder, like a decipher thing and a code book and, like, all kinds
Anybody else have a pen that was also a shredder at the top?
Not a shredder, no. I had a.
It was this cool. It was like a because you could write messages in a small piece of paper and then shred it.
Oh, that's super fun.
After reading.
Club Penguin. Club Penguin is still around,
Club
and it is the best
Penguin.
thing ever, I think. Mike got into Magic recently, but you were a Yu-Gi-Oh dork for a while. Hey, that's great. Yeah, right? The shredder pen does sound super cool. So I was never into Webkins, but Club Penguin and RuneScape, of course, I was definitely into. I played those games at the library.
Ooh.
That's a recall, folks. That's what we call a recall. No, but yeah, that's super fun stuff. I mean, my Scholastic book fairs were awesome, though. Like,
yeah,
I love that. That's awesome.
I think that's when I really started understanding what kind of things tickled my funny bone. Because I remember they had like the giant ass erasers that said "for big mistakes." I thought that was the most hilarious thing in the world. I bought one.
For big mistakes. That's
for
hilarious.
big mistakes.
That's great. Magic Treehouse books are still the best. I have to say. Although I was really confused because one of my friends has a kid that is, right around Magic Treehouse age, like 7 or 8, I think. But anyway, one of my friends has a kid around that age reading Magic Treehouse books, and they have completely redesigned all of the covers, and they have certain books broken down into like Merlin mysteries, and so like when it starts the Camelot adventures and stuff like that, it starts over at 1, and I was super confused because I saw number 1, Camelot, whatever, Christmas in Camelot, I think is what it was. But it was like number 1, Christmas in Camelot, and I was like, excuse me? Number 1 has always been Dinosaurs Before Dark, so I remember getting a book
we need to
on how to skateboard, but then realizing I could just look up how to skateboard online. There is that,
We need to do we need to do a book episode.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. We'll do a book episode for sure. That's gonna be another one. Like nostalgic books that we used to read and stuff like that. Erector sets. Now, I had a lot of different engineering stuff, so I can't remember if I had an erector set. Can't remember. I don't know that I did per se, but I had a bunch of other build it stuff. Thank you. For those of you who just joined us and don't know, Pleasantly Purple is my mother, so she can answer these questions.
So she'll verify.
She can verify that I never had an erector set. But I had a bunch of other stuff. I mean, I had Connects, and I had a ton of Legos.
I love Connects.
I had the little, yes, loved Legos. And then I had these things, too, that were kind of like Connects, except in...
Were they magnetic?
No. No, I had those too. With the balls, like the little magnetic balls and the
Yes.
Yeah, yep, I had those. And then I also had yeah, and then I also had what were these? They were like prongs. They were very much like Kinects, where it had different sizes and different angles of prongs. But then the way you would stick them together was with pennies. And so, like, a penny fit into all of the different. You know what I mean? Did you ever have those? Is that?
I didn't have those, no,
like
but I've definitely seen those.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh my God, the Peacharoo, yes, the toothbrushes that played music. I remember those.
That's great. I never had. I don't think I ever had one.
I never did, but I really wanted one.
I did remember those. Do y'all remember the Littlefoot? No, it wasn't Littlefoot.
Land Before Time?
No, it was Little Bear. That's what it was. The Little Bear toothpaste. Y'all remember the Little Bear toothpaste? Yeah. It was nasty, I'm not gonna lie, but it was the only thing to have as a kid. You remember the penny things. Okay, so it wasn't just me. You had a high school musical toothbrush. That's fantastic.
Right. Respect.
Yeah, it's respect. Yeah, no, craziness, man. That is ridiculous. I also had, I can't remember what they're called, but like, they were the circuits. Do you remember the little circuit boards that you could build?
Yeah, I do.
Pieces and they had like a capacitor, and they had like a power supply, and then they had like a light bulb or a fan or like different things that you could power, and you could make a bunch of different circuits.
I had a light bulb one.
Yeah, like there were all kinds of different ones. It was super cool. So yeah, I had those too. Man, that was a whole path. They were called circuits. Oh, nice. I'm super glad that we discovered that. What were those circuits called? Circuits. Got you. What were those remote control cars that were magnet run with the little plastic peg that kept them on the track? I know what you're talking about.
I don't know the name though.
Neither do I, man. But like the racers.
It's been so long.
They were racers, right? Like, and one of them was always a little bit slower than the other. And you know, having a brother growing up, I forced him to always take that car. It's great. It's fantastic. I remember this. Hey, the dogs are chasing us again.
Yeah, I know. I thought once I opened the trunk, our troubles would be over, but I was wrong.
Nope. It was, you know, I think that just attracted more, actually, is what happened.
Yeah, I know. Should I drive faster?
Yeah, maybe. Just step on it.
Gotta love these hybrids. You can hardly hear it.
Thanks so much, FobTech. I appreciate, and again, I appreciate the raid. Thanks for coming in. We were just about to wrap things up anyway, so I think it is just about as good a time as any. You had a mini ATV, like one of the cars that you could actually sit in, or like a remote control mini ATV. Because now I'm interested.
Because that's awesome.
But yeah, thank you so much, FobTech, for hanging in. I super appreciate the raid and everything. Have a great night, and I'll catch you later. Join us soon. But yeah, was it a remote control one, Peacharoo, or was it one that you actually sat in and could control? Because I think I had an ATV for a little bit too, but the batteries were always dead, so I just scooted instead of because there was an actual gas pedal, but I just scooted.
That was Kevin's childhood.
Yeah,
right
scooting.
There. Yeah.
Oh my God! Speaking of scooting, I also had a ton of like Caterpillar construction vehicles that were not quite like the size of a child's ATV that they can sit in, but they were kind of like halfway in between, and it was super fun to be a construction worker. I just remembered that. Super nostalgic.
Yeah, in my family they just called it training.
They just called it work. Okay. Did you guys ever play the paperclip in the outlet game, or was that just me?
We had a different version where it was the fork.
The fork and the toaster. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, it's all brand names, really. That's.
Oh wow. That's crazy, Peacheroo. That's awesome. That sounds like a ton of fun. It was legit just an ATV. That's awesome. That's super cool. There's an ATV track by my house back home, and I hear people going by on it all the time. Oh, I didn't have a toaster deal. Just the bathtub set.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got the limited edition one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. It was a one-time only.
Right.
Jeez. That's great. So, when are we hanging out, Peter? Just kidding. But, sorry. I just inhaled my own saliva.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay.
Wear your mask, okay?
Oh, sorry. It came with a lifetime guarantee. Yes, that is true. But anyway, guys, we are seriously, for real this time, going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us and jumping in chat and talking with us. We have really appreciated it. I am going.
It's very nice to see all the new people.
Yeah, it was super nice to hang out with you guys and see all of the new people. Yeah, I am going to find somebody to raid. Let's see who we've got here, Pablo. I have no idea. Okay. Well, it looks like I have a person playing Among Us, and I really enjoy Among Us. So I'm gonna go ahead and oh, nice, Peacheroo. That's awesome. But yeah, I am going to go ahead and raid someone who's playing Among Us. So say hi to them for me. And guys, I really appreciate everything. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and chatting with us. With that, I think I will go ahead and say see you later. Pablo, do you want to take us out?
Yes. So this has been That 20-something Show. We hope you guys enjoyed your time here, much like how we enjoyed our time with you. And we'll see you next week. This is Pablo and Jacob signing off, saying this peanut butter is crunchy enough, but not soft enough.
I've known and I've known some. Until I first met you, I was lonesome. And when you came inside, dear, my heart grew light and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit.